Hey there, today I'm going to be sharing my newest instrument, and it is not this guy. This is an acoustic guitar that my parents gave to me when I was 14. It was too big for me then, but we didn't know any better, and it's still too big for me. I can play it and I enjoy playing it, but I can't play it for very long because it makes my shoulder and arm hurt. So let's set this guy aside. And let me pick up my new baritone ukulele. This is an Ohana BK14, and it's an entry-level baritone ukulele that plays beautifully. It's so much easier to pick up than my giant acoustic guitar, and because it only has 4 strings, it's a lot more beginner-friendly. So let's compare this baritone ukulele to a soprano ukulele that's in standard tuning and an acoustic guitar. Now, as you can see, it's definitely bigger than a standard soprano ukulele, and they have one other key difference. It's the tuning. A soprano ukulele gets its strings tuned to the notes G, C, E, and A, and a baritone ukulele gets its strings tuned to the notes D, G, B, E. Now, the acoustic guitar also has the 4 strings tuned to D, G, B, E. We just add 2 more bass strings that are tuned to E, A. So the higher 4 strings on the acoustic guitar match the 4 strings on the baritone ukulele. And the coolest thing about the way this is tuned, with the strings tuned to the notes D, G, B, and E, is that these notes have the same relationships to each other that the strings on a ukulele in standard tuning have. G, C, E, A over here, D, G, B, E on the baritone ukulele. Now the key of G is the easiest key to play in on the baritone ukulele, so why don't we look at a few of those chords. To play the G chord on a baritone ukulele, you play the D, G, and B strings open, and then you press your ring finger down on the 3rd fret of the E string. Now this chord shape, if you were playing on a standard ukulele, this would obviously be the C chord, but we're on a baritone ukulele, it is now the G chord. And if you're familiar with the number system, this would be our 1 chord in the key of G. Now to play the 4 chord in the key of G on a baritone ukulele, you make this very familiar shape, which would be the F chord if we were on a standard ukulele. But we're on a baritone ukulele and we're playing in the key of G, and this is our C chord. And then to play the D chord, we would play what would be the G chord on a soprano ukulele, and if we wanted to play D7, we would play what would be the G7 chord on the standard ukulele. Now, should we play a quick little song or two so you can hear what it sounds like? Let's start out with my favorite one-chord song. I have multiple tutorials using this song. If you don't know it, it's called Little Liza Jane, and it's a one-chord song, and that means we can hold 1 chord shape for the duration of the entire song. So I'll play it in the key of G this time, making this familiar chord shape to play the G chord on the baritone ukulele, and I'm just going to use a down-up strum. I'll just do the chorus, 1 verse, and a chorus. Ready? Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Come, my love, and be with me, little Liza Jane. Let me take good care of thee, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Now let's try playing a 3-chord song in the key of G on the baritone ukulele. A while back, I released a clawhammer tutorial video for my soprano ukulele, and the song I used was Cindy. It's a really fun 3-chord song, and I recorded it in the key of G. Now, unfortunately, you can't play clawhammer on a baritone ukulele because we don't have that high string up here. So clawhammer just doesn't sound right, but it is in the key of G, and you can still strum along with your baritone ukulele with that tutorial. And the way these folk songs work usually is that there'll be a verse followed directly by a chorus, and that's what we're going to do for Cindy. I'm just going to play through a couple of the verses so you can start to get a feel for your baritone ukulele. So let's play Cindy in the key of G. Again, I'm just going to use a very basic down-up strum. Ready? I wish I was an apple hanging on a tree, and every time a Cindy passed, she'd take a little bite of me. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. One more verse. Cindy is my honey, the sweetest in the South. When we kiss, the bees will all swarm around her mouth. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. If you're ready to see more ukulele and baritone ukulele tutorials coming your way, make sure to subscribe and click on the thing so you get alerts whenever I release a new video. All right, that's all for now. Until next time, happy strumming.